Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Every place that I'm streaming, my personal Facebook page, Sean Taylor, my business Facebook page, Tailor Made Training for You, my business Facebook page, my private group for imperfect, non-judgmental people only, 50 and over, Twitter, Twitch, my YouTube channel, Gwen's Boys Mindset, every place that I'm streaming. Good morning, everybody. You are now inside the No Judgment Zone with yours truly, Sean Taylor, discussing topics with no judgments, discussing topics with no judgments. Today we're talking about, I'm going to try to be before you not too long. Today we're talking about maturity and immaturity, okay? So, the basis of this podcast this morning is pretty much about, grudges, being unforgiving, rising above petty BS. It takes so much maturity to rise above being petty, holding on to things that don't even freaking matter, that's no longer relevant, makes no sense, because what it does, it consumes and it destroys. One person who pretty much beat this into me pretty much all my life, to the point that I would get angry because I totally disagreed with her, was my mother. She is a person who beat to not hold grudges and to forgive quickly and to rise above the BS. It takes so much maturity not to hold a grudge. It takes so much maturity to be forgiving. That takes maturity. There's a lot of grown-ass people out here that need to grow the hell up. They think they're grown. They think they're mature. They think, no, you're not. If you are unforgiving, you ain't nothing but a child. You got a lot of growing up to do. You are holding on to things that people then forgot about. You are holding on to things and people that went on their lives and they ain't even thinking about your dead ass. You are the only one waddling in your own self-sorrow and your own self-pity. The old war is me stuff is played. You got to learn how to stop holding on to grudges, because those grudges that you're holding on, all they doing is holding you back. That unforgiveness that you're holding on to, that's holding you back. Some of y'all are in ruts and you wonder why you can't get out of ruts. Well, you know what? How about let go of the stuff that's, you're holding on to the milk that's already been spilled and the eggs that's already been scrambled. And there's nothing you can do about it, people. You got to get over it and you got to move the hell on. If you're trying to live your best life, which, yeah, whatever. If you're trying to live your best life, which is just a crazy statement, how you doing that holding on to grudges? How you doing that every time you posting about an ex? You posting about your past relationship. You posting about who hurt you. You posting about who did you wrong. How are you elevating, living your best life when you still holding on to the BS from the past, so to speak? I mean, somebody riddle me that. So how are you moving forward in your life? How is all this stuff behind you that you so-called proclaim when you are still writing, posting, and talking about it? The mindset of people it's so baffling to me. You can tell a person exactly how you are, and they still try to go against the grain of the thing. People don't understand, when you are constantly talking about negativity, it's right there at the forefront of your brain, and it's hovering over you like a dark cloud. Why do I have to constantly have a come to Jesus meeting with you about what went wrong? Why do I always have to talk about all the negativity that has happened? Why do I have to talk about all the people that have hurt me, cheated on me, lied to me, left me, not supported me? Why do I constantly have to talk about that? Why do we do that? Well, we do that for attention. You can say what you want. We do these things for attention. We do these things because we want people to feel sorry for us. I tell people all the time, and people always, I just had a conversation. I had a conversation with someone earlier about the negativity. I'm not one to talk. Listen, man, if it's negative, dude, I'm not going to sit up here and have a Dr. Phil moment with you every single time about the negative shit that's going on in my life. It's chess, not checkers, people. So why are you constantly talking about the past and the negativity that happened in the past? You constantly dwell on it. You constantly holding over that dude's head what he did wrong to you last year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago. You constantly holding over that head, over that woman's head what she did to you all those years ago, or just 6 months ago, or just last year. You're constantly holding on to it, and you treat that person in a manner based off of what they did wrong to you in the past. And do you think that good is supposed to come to you when you're treating a person and you're harboring and you're holding on to that thing that they did wrong? Again, maturity, to not hold on to a grudge, to not have a grudge, it takes maturity. To be forgiven, it takes maturity. You got people that go to church, they be the person that open up the church, close the church, be there 7 days a week, and they have a problem forgiving people. When I hear people that say that, I'm like, you proclaiming all this God-fearing stuff and you can't even forgive people. I don't understand that. But you get down on your knees and you pray to the man that sits high and looks low, and you want him to forgive you. How does that? Can we make that make sense? How does that make sense? It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. None. So I was wondering, since I was a kid, as an adult, she was just like, baby, you gotta let that go. Baby, you gotta forgive them. Forgive quick and keep moving. Don't talk about it. My mom used to always tell me when something bad happens, she's like, Sean, quit talking about it. Quit talking about it. Why you gotta talk about it every day, son? Why you gotta constantly bring it up? What is it doing? Is it changing anything? Does it make you feel better to constantly talk about it 7 days a week? That thing happened 5 years ago, Sean. You still talking about it. My mom had an eloquent way of making me feel stupid about holding on to the past, being unforgiving, and holding on to grudges. She said, what you doing, you shooting yourself on the foot. You shortchanging your own self. You keeping your blessings back from yourself, because all you do is waddle in your self-pity about who did you wrong. Let me tell you something, son. Newsflash. As long as you live your life, somebody gonna do you wrong. As long as you live your life, somebody gonna lie to you. Somebody gonna be cheated on. Somebody gonna have something that's done wrong to them. Your reaction and how you handle it makes the difference. And let me tell you something, son. That takes maturity. That takes maturity. You can't be holding on to things from 10, 15 years ago, man. You can't. In therapy, what I found out that I've suppressed things from childhood. Not hold on to it, but suppressed it. And there's a thin line in holding on a grudge and being unforgiving and suppressing things. There's a distinct difference between the two. When a person suppresses it, they trying to forget about it. They trying to act like it never happened. They trying to move on in some type of way. That ain't good either, because you got to get it out, and once you put it on the table, leave it on the table, squash it, and then move on. Those things that you are suppressing, you got to get those things up, out of you, come to the surface and get out of you, leave it there on whatever table it is, and move on, and don't go back to it again. That's it. The only time you want to bring up something is when you see somebody who is struggling mentally and emotionally, and you can actually be an example of advice of positivity to let them know what you did to get through it, because you've been through the same thing. You can't help nobody. You cannot help nobody if you not empathize and sympathize about their situation. You can't help nobody pretending like you never went through nothing or anything. How you help people is letting them know, I've been through that same thing. This is what I did. This is my advice. I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you some friendly advice. But holding on to grudges, being unforgiving, that holds you back. And a lot of y'all out here, you talk about it every single day. You lie and say, oh, I'm over it, but you posting things subliminally about it. Anybody that's highly intelligent can read through your subliminal messages. You can camouflage and smoke screen the BS that you post all the time. And when you're talking about you still talking about that divorce. You still talking about that dude. You still talking about that woman. You still talking about that dude that whoever left you at the altar. You still talking about that person that cheated on you or lied to you. Newsflash, people. People lie every freaking day. Get over it. People gonna lie to you. People gonna lie to you for whatever reason. So, I mean, you may lie unsubconscious, don't even know you lying. People lie. People lie. So the halos and the perfection, please stop. You've lied, you've messed up, you've screwed around, you've cheated. We all have done it at some point in our life. Stop it. You ain't perfect. As long as you live your life, you will never be perfect. You will never have a perfect man. You'll never have a perfect woman. You'll never have the perfect children. You will never have the perfect marriage. It does not exist. So please stop living in fantasy and start living in reality. You are imperfect, dealing with imperfect people in this world. That's just how it is. As long as if you're in this fleshly body, you are going to forever be imperfect. Deal with it. And please run away from people who try to portray that their life is perfect, because it's not. Because behind closed doors, it's not. At the dinner table, it's not. In the bedroom, it's not. Going on a trip, it's not. Driving in the car, it's not. It's not. It ain't. And it never will be. Y'all don't want the truth. Y'all getting your feelings about the truth. Y'all get butthurt over the truth. If people ain't blowing smoke up your ass and people ain't talking out their ass to you in lies, you ain't happy. You ain't happy with the truth. But a lie, here's the irony behind this thing. Y'all will accept a lie faster than you accept the truth. That's what's so ironic with you people. Y'all don't know what you want from one day to the next, from 1 week to the next, from 1 month to the next. You don't know what you want to do for one. You're indecisive in everything that you do. You're indecisive in your own freaking mindset. You don't even know if you're positive or you're negative. You're negative or you're positive. You're optimistic. You just don't know. You're all over the place. You're scatterbrained. This life ain't perfect that we live, good people. It never will be. Holding on to a grudge gets you nowhere. I mean, you cutting the knees right from up under. It gets you nowhere. You can't go forward holding on to a grudge. You can't go forward being unforgiving. Not being merciful, not being understanding, not being compromising, being self-absorbed. It's all about you. Life is all about you. The world revolves around you. The world evolves around your problems, your situations, your circumstances. That's not how the world works. I like dealing with people who are realists. I love interacting with people who are realists. Understanding this woman that's sitting in front of me is perfectly imperfect. This man in front of me is perfectly imperfect. but I'm going to dissect this person for every freaking thing that he do. You know what, man? I made a post. I stole it from the homie, and I posted it this morning. I put a little something, something on the end, but let me tell you something, man. It's one of the dopest things, and it's so true. When he posted, when I saw it, it I don't want to say it sucker punched me, but it was like somebody punched me in the stomach. And it was so, I mean, it hurt. So I felt that. Those who God put in your life, let me say it slowly. Those who God put in your life won't be, those who God put in your life won't be so quick to exit. Mic drop, remember this. Please, please remember this. Those who God put in your life won't be so quick to exit. They ain't got no exit strategy. When you mess up, they ain't looking for no extra strategy. When you lie, they ain't looking for no extra strategy. Hell, you can cheat. They ain't looking for no exit strategy. Y'all talk about what you want, but you ain't got no fight in you. How you want something and you ain't even got no fight in you? The minute they mess up in your little perfect world, out your side, your little perfect circle, like you God or somebody, you off with the quicks. Why? Because you can't be understanding to somebody who's perfectly imperfect because, because you perfect. You can't be compromising. Because you done been through shit like they ain't been through shit. Are you the only person in the world that done been through something? Are you the only person in the world that's been cheated on? Are you the only person in the world that's been done wrong? Are you the only person in the world that's grew up in a broken home? Are you the only person in the world who's been like an orphan, abandoned? Are you the only person in the world that this has happened to? Are you the only person in the world that something has happened to them when they're a child? No, you're not. But if you want people to be understanding see, this is how the world works. If you want people to be understanding to you, simple laws of attraction, you got to be understanding. If you want people to be compromising with you, you got to compromise. If you want him to treat you like a queen, damn it, treat him like a king. That's how that works. That's how it works. You want someone to protect and provide, then do your part. Do your part. Do your part on the times that you don't feel like it. Do your parts when you're tired. Do the part when you ain't so-called getting what you're supposed to be getting. Because it's going to come around full circle. But do your part. But when you have a lackadaisical attitude, you be lazy. See, conformity, being comfortable breeds laziness. Never get comfortable. Make yourself uncomfortable in this life on purpose because you're going to stay sharp and you're going to stay on top of your shit. But the minute you become comfortable in this life, you will become lazy. Trust me on that. The minute you start being uncomfortable on your fitness journey, your ass going to become lazy and things are going to start falling off. You can't get comfortable, man. This is chess ain't checkers. You can't be comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable with no man. Don't get comfortable with no woman because you're going to get lazy and you're going to get neglectful and you ain't going to want to do this and you ain't going to want to do that. You ain't want to kiss them goodbye. You ain't want to kiss them when they come in. You ain't going to want to hold their hand. You ain't going to want to be affectionate. You ain't going to want to make love to them no more because you want to do what you want to do. That's both men and women. Both sides are guilty. No side is superior than the other. Men been messing up. Women been messing up. We all in the same shit show together. So ain't no respect to person when it comes to that when both sides are screwing up. Been screwing up. Thinking they got all the answers. Still screwing up. Let go of these grudges, man. It ain't worth it. Be forgiven and forgive quickly. Forgive quickly. even if you use retaliation. I'm going to give an example. This is one thing, and I'm just being 100% transparent. This is one thing that I probably would battle with to the day I'm dead. And that's about my kids. My daughter Giselle, my son Jordan. I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm sorry ahead of time. Messing with one of them, ain't nothing in this damn world gonna stop me from getting back at you. Whoever you are. I don't care what title you got. I don't care who you are. I will search the earth tirelessly to make you feel what I feel. Tirelessly. Here is my taxi cab confession for the nation. That's the only thing I think I'm going to battle with. Or my woman. Or their mothers. Damn it, that's right. Or their mothers. You can't touch nothing associated with them in my book. Because I'm going to search the end of the earth with them goons tirelessly looking for you. And then after I do what I need to do to you, I'm going to forgive you. Sorry, that's just where I'm at. At least I'm honest about it. But everything else, I'm going to forgive you quickly. I'm going to forgive you quick. Fast. Because your dud ass ain't worth the good things I want to come toward me. That's why I'm going to forgive. You ain't worth it. You ain't worth me holding on to nothing. You can be mad at me about cheating on you, lying to you, doing you wrong all day. That's you. Because I done went to you and I done apologized. I done said I'm sorry a million times. I done made plenty ways to make amends. Your ass want to stay mad? Stay the hell mad. Stay mad 24/7, 365 days a year. Every millisecond on the damn second. I don't give a shit. Stay mad. Because I done said I'm sorry. I done apologized, tried to make amends. Stay mad. I don't give a damn whether you forgive me or not. That's between you and the big man upstairs. That's your issue now. And that's my advice to everybody. Once you go to that person and you try to get it straight, once you go to that person as a man, it's like, you know what? How can I make this right? You know how hard it is as a man to go to somebody and say, hey, listen, I fucked up. I messed up. How can I make this right? And they shit on you. You ain't got to worry about me no more. I'm gonna forgive you for shitting on my apology, but I'm in the wind, baby. Because you ain't worth my time and what I got going on and what I'm trying to do. And the good things I need come. I need them blessings, dude. I'm not gonna waste them on your punk ass holding a grudge on you, over you, and being mad at you. And then acting different, like I don't know you. Man, I was with you for 15 years. I messed up. Yeah, we went our separate ways. Don't act like you don't know me. We got a kid together. You that immature? Yes, they are out there. People live their life like that. Just an immaturity. Just immature as hell. I don't understand. How you be grown acting like a child? I don't understand that. What kind of example you set? But that's what you want your sons and your daughters to do? Be unforgiving and holding grudges? That's what you're showing them, dummy. You can't even show your kids what love even look like. Because you too stupid and too immature to not think my child gonna grow up to be an adult one day. I got to show them how you handle stuff. Your little girl ain't gonna know how to be affectionate to a man when you don't even know how to be affectionate to a man. Your son ain't even gonna know how to treat a woman sweet if you don't ever kiss on her or be affectionate towards her in front of him. So he would know, my dad, this is what you do. You got messed up people raising little messed up people to grow up to be messed up people. You got to see the change, man. My daughter has changed me in so many ways. And it took some time. It didn't happen when she got here. It didn't happen in the first year. It took some time for me to get my head out my ass and start acting right. Period. But we Oh man. But we as people, we don't want to see that. We don't want to hear that, and we don't want to get that. Because I strongly believe that people want to be mad. They want to hold that grudge. You can't tell me you don't want to be unforgiving when you're unforgiving. No, that's a choice. You can't tell me you don't want to hold that grudge when you choose to hold that grudge. It's a choice. It's a choice, people. It's a choice. If I sat here and held things every time, everything somebody has done next, everything somebody has done wrong to me, if I sit here and hold on to it, what type of person would I be? I wouldn't have a positive bone in my body. And people who are unforgiving and holding on grudges, I'm finna tell you, I'm sorry if nobody ain't mad enough for a woman to tell you, I'm gonna tell you, punk ass, you are immature as hell. You are not positive. How can you call yourself a positive person holding a grudge? You ain't positive. That's positive? Holding a grudge is positive? Being unforgiving, that's positive. No, you negative as hell. You toxic as all get out. Because you can't be man enough or woman enough to rise above the shit from your past. You just can't. And you're going to carry that same old garbage attitude into the next relationship or marriage you got. And them fools think they got something. They ain't got nothing. You fooling them. They have nothing. They got a woman or a man who's unforgiving and who holds grudges. That is the worst type of person to be involved with in a relationship or marriage. A person who holds grudges and a person who's unforgiving. Because a person who holds grudges, they got a problem saying, I'm sorry. If you didn't know that, a person who holds grudges has a problem apologizing and saying, I'm sorry. A person who is unforgiving, those people who have a problem forgiving people, they have a problem too. You think what you want, say what you say, feel how you feel. You're entitled to your opinion. And I'm entitled not to even listen to that negative shit. Because here's the thing. Intelligence never gets offended by facts. That's why when people get offended, I'd be like, yeah, well, that person's always been a dummy. That's what's expected. They go big dummy on everything. So I'm not surprised that they are offended. So when you get offended by a factual thing that I say, you dumb as a day is long. And if I know you, and I know that's your normal reaction about things, they notorious known for going big dummy on shit. Because that's their MO. They're immature as hell, and they're going to die immature as hell. And they're going to raise little kids to be immature as hell, just like they are. Because you ain't instilling a damn thing of quality in them. There is no way I would want my son and my daughter to walk around holding grudges and being unforgiving. Not being able to admit that they're wrong, to be able to say they're sorry or apologize for shit. No, that's you ain't carrying my last name with that nonsense. No, you're not. You could just take my last name off your name and put somebody else's last name on it, because I don't want that to be associated with my last name at all. Holding grudge and being unforgiving, not being able to say you sorry, walking around here like you perfect. No, sir. No, ma'am. It takes maturity to rise above bullshit, man. It does. It does. It takes maturity to not even entertain the BS. It takes maturity not to hold a grudge, and it takes maturity to be forgiving. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. So you need to ponder that today, this weekend, or whatever, or not ponder it at all. I don't care. That's your choice. But you need to ponder. You need to ponder that and search yourself and be like, Am I a person who holds grudges? Am I a person who is unforgiving? And like I said, those who God put in your life won't be so quick to exit. They won't be so quick to give up on you. They won't be so quick to not forgive you. They won't be so quick to hold a grudge against you. They won't be so quick to throw in the towel on you. They won't be so quick to abandon you when you need them the most. All those things I've listed, I've been through. I've forgiven those people. It is what it is. But I know those aren't the people that God wanted in my life. Because if he did, they would still be in my life. There would be nothing in this world that would move them. You know, one thing about people, there are no sense of loyalty with people anymore. Some people, they have no sense of family. There's no sense of loyalty in nothing that they do. I've been loyal to people who don't deserve a damn thing from me. But what I said, when I got you, I got you. When I got your back, I got your back. If you call me up, you would think that we cannot talk in 2, 3, 4 years. And when you call me up, my voice is still the same. My attitude to you is still the same. I can still laugh and joke with you. I'm not changing my stripes. I'm not changing who I am. Because shit got upside down with me and you. That's your weakness. Weak people change who they are when shit gets upside down. I'm not changing who I am. I'm not going to stop being funny and stop telling jokes and having a zeal for life because shit went upside down between me and you. That's a part of life. Things will get upside down. Things will go sideways sometimes. But it takes maturity to understand that that is a part of life. And a lot of y'all are so damn immature, you don't even know what maturity looks like if it was standing and freaking in front of you. You don't even know what a mature relationship or marriage is like if it was standing in front of you. You don't even know what a mature conversation, when problems come up, when situations arise, when circumstances come and raise their head. You don't even know how maturity looks like to handle those things. That's sad. You a grown ass woman and a grown ass man and don't even know what maturity looks like. That's why you ain't got nobody. That's why you ain't in a relationship or married or whatever the case may be. Because maturity does not live within you. You have the attitude of a child. But yeah, you are 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, 70-something. Yeah, you got the immaturity of a child. But you're grown, though. How's that looking and how's that working out for you? Those who God put in your life won't be so quick to exit. Remember that. If they gave up on you, that ain't what you want. Why would you want any woman or any man who gives up on you? Why would you long for somebody who gives up on you? Why would you long for somebody who abandons you in your worst time in your life? And I went through some worst times in my life, man. December 2018. I ain't even forgetting that story. I was abandoned a lot. And I'm so glad that he showed me them ain't the people I wanted from you anyway. Why would you want something? Big man upstairs was in my ear. Why would you want anybody or anything or any situation that will abandon you at your time of need? Yo, I'm talking about your worst time. The worst time. Why would you want anybody like that? They ain't got no fight in them. They gonna quit. They always gonna quit and run when things get horribly wrong. That's immaturity. Yeah, it's immaturity. So why would you be chasing after something that has already shown you then it don't give a damn about you. Is it that stupid ass cliche word that people, that statement people say, oh, we always want what we can't have? Oh man, some dumbass shit. But I digress for that. I'm not even getting into that. Don't hold on to, and let them grudges go. You are sabotaging yourself and you are crippling yourself. You're crippling your present and your future. You're crippling yourself and you're sabotaging what could be. Because you're too busy holding on to grudges and you're too busy being unforgiving. The only thing that makes logical sense to me of a person being unforgiving is the person that made everything, and that's the big man, sits high and looks low. And he puts up with all our damn nonsense every single day and forgives us time after time after time after time again. If anybody's tired, I know he got to be tired. Still gives you mercy, still gives you grace. So that's the thing that baffles me. And these are the conversations I had with my mother, and she's the one that made me feel so dumb and how she biblically broke that thing down for me. He forgives you of all your nonsense, and you sitting up here not having a problem with these people. Sean, you know what? Forget about them. Let me put the spotlight on you. What have you done in your life, Sean? What have you done? What are the wrong things you've done in your life, Sean? And he forgives you and still gives you good things. The first time I heard this statement was from her. She said, I'm so glad that God ain't like us. Because we dumb. She's right. We stupid. We are so dumb as people. We can have the perfect thing in front of us. And we want that shitty trash over to the right. We can have somebody treat us right, talk to us right, treat us like a queen, treat us like a king. I mean, show us love, give us love, have our backs, hold us 10 toes down. But we want that shitty ass person who threw us away like we were nothing, gave up on us, showed us their hand, that they don't give a damn about us, but that's what we want. Because it's 6'6". Because it's got a big flashy house. Because she Coca-Cola bottle fine with a big ass, big tits. I mean, if we're going to talk about it and be real about it, let's get raw and talk about it and get real about it. That's what we want, though, right? Again, you don't want no man of substance. See, listen, big dummy, substance has nothing to do with monetary gain. You don't want no woman of substance. That has nothing to do with her big ass, her pretty face, and her big tits. Some of y'all don't even know what substance, the definitive meaning of substance mean. Some of y'all dummies are like, substance, is he talking about money? No, dummy, I'm not talking about substance. Open up Webster's dictionary and find out what substance means. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay? If you want to know what a woman of substance and a man of substance is, look it up for yourself. I've already done a podcast on about substance, where you can go back, you can resort back to that. But that's not what you want. But you're talking about you want a good man and you want a good woman. Good man and good woman are people of substance. You do know that. You do realize that, right? No, you don't. And that's why some of you keep getting what you've always gotten, because you keep making dumb ass decisions that like you've always have done in the past. Ironically, you woman, ironically, you man are your own damn problem. Life is about choices. And every day you keep making dumbass choices and you keep getting the same old dumb shit. That's on you at the end of the day. But I digress. Listen, I hope somebody got something out of that. I will listen, I will have another podcast on Monday. Check it out. And remember, when the big man upstairs puts something in your life that's real, that's loyal, that's going to hold you down 10 toes down, no matter what storm y'all go through, no matter what bullshit y'all go through, no matter what has happened between you two, that woman and that man won't be so quick to exit on you. Remember that. A lot of people ain't going to like this. May ruffle some feathers, but that's what the truth does. It stings like a mother. That's the truth. Some people can handle it. Some people can handle lies better. But that's it, man. Eat to live this weekend. Don't live to eat. Remember, Monday's coming right around the corner. And like I say, at the end of every post, most posts, some posts, or segment of podcasts or videos, I'll start judging people once I'm perfect too. But since I'm in no danger of ever becoming perfect in this life or in the next, you'll never have to worry about me ever judging you. That's it, good people, man. Be encouraged. Start using common sense. I know we live in a world where common sense isn't always common, but start using some common sense. Start making better choices and understand it takes maturity not to hold a grudge, and it takes maturity to forgive people. But that's it, man. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace.